I just realized that I missed the biggest song of 2025. 2024, maybe 2025, who knows? It's crazy. I just looked up just now what was the biggest song of 2025, and turns out it is this song called Tipsy, a bar song by Shaboozey. There's like a custom animation for this song. I've never seen that before. I'm really pumped to listen to this song for the first time. Okay.
My baby born a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long.
I like it so far. It sounds like it's really catching in on that country trend that's been big now in the last year.
Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on.
Kind of a rap hard tuned vocals. On and on. Like all that, like kind of like stepping between the notes.
The list goes on and on.
Like that is not natural for those unfamiliar. So there's something called retune speed, and retune speed 0 is T-Pain, right? The list goes on and on. Beautiful. So yeah, I think we're somewhere in this ballpark, like 25. It's probably not even auto-tuned like this though. Usually you do it custom for a big song that you're producing well. This is just an example. The list goes on and on.
It's 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Oh, a counting song. I feel like we had such an influx in counting songs like the last years. The Dua Lipa one, to pick up the phone, and we had A, B, C, D, E, F, U. We're back to like pop music being very much like children's riddles or whatever. I like it. This is a really good song though, and his vocals are really soulful. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord.
Mumford and Sons vibes.
They know me and Jay Dale's got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street.
The gang vocals. This is sick. I can't believe I haven't heard this.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
I keep thinking of everybody at the club get. There's a song like that, right? Is that an interpolation in this song? I'm gonna look it up.
1, then comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4.
Okay, yeah.
Now everybody in the club get tipsy.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm thinking about. So it's interpolating Tipsy.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mom I ain't forget.
It's always fun when someone says something that I feel is like stereotypically pretty Caucasian, which is this type of like folk rock thing with acoustic guitars, like very Mumford and Sons, and you know, add a little bit of a different flavor to it, even if it's mainly his vocals and his pronunciation and all this stuff. Like it does do something different. It's just fun to like hear like a different spin on something. Because if this was Mumford and Sons, no one would like care too much.
We gon' do this shit again. Tell your girl to bring a friend. Oh Lord, 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more.
With a mouth, that's funny.
Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Dale's got a history. There's a party downtown.
This production is really solid too.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Grooves. Oh, the violins. He's cool. I mean, imagine just pulling through an entire song, like an entire visualizer like this, just kind of standing there singing. Like, there's no stage or anything kind of like helping. Like, he's not even holding a mic. He's just kind of swaggering. Did I say swaggering? Seriously? Ugh.
2 to the 3 to the 4. When it's last call and they kick us out the door. It's getting kind of late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my, good Lord. Tell them drink some.
Oh, that's fun. Definitely kind of like his moves are more like, you know, hip hop. A lot of them at least. Maybe not this. Sick. Someone who really knows what they're doing produced this. This is sick. That's cool. It's so accessible too, you know. It's definitely one of those songs like similar to Adele or whatever, where like it's got a very classic vibe to it, very classic production, which means that like your parents can listen to it, you can listen to it. It's got like a little bit of something for everyone, you know. E for everyone, even though it does sing about alcohol. So I don't know what the Kids Bop version will sound like. Okay, so I'm just checking out the form, how long things are and everything, and it's a very traditional, like almost conservative type of arrangement. You got a pretty long intro, then you have a long verse, pre-chorus, chorus. You even have like a B chorus, which I feel like I don't hear as often anymore. It used to be a little bit more common before, like for example, 22 by Taylor Swift is the first song that comes to my head that has like 22 part. And this one just kind of like has the hook over and over. It's just, you know, common when you want something to be extra hooky, I guess. You got a down chorus, you got the last chorus, and an end. So yeah, that's kind of the form. I do believe that the chords are also very basic or like very old school. So we're in F sharp minor. We go to A, D, A again. So they do a little down thing like. Okay, so as usual with pop music, there's actually a little bit more going on than you might expect. Just like tiny changes that make you kind of like your ear perk up a little bit more. So one thing I noticed is that, of course, there's like a few times where, you know, the chords go away, like here.
Oh my good Lord.
You know, there's no chords there. And then you have an entire chorus here, or an entire half chorus without any chords playing. But then, actually, in the last chorus, they add an extra in between chord. They do the E with G sharp. So the last B chorus goes like. And this one. Okay. And then, if you listen to the B chorus before, like all the other B choruses, it's not like that. Just adds a little bit more flavor, you know, towards the end of the song. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a stem split on this as well. So we're gonna listen to the different parts of the mix and see if there's any more details and interesting things. Let's go listen to that vocal.
My baby born a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long.
Okay, so we got some harmonies under there. I didn't hear those in the actual mix.
This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard?
Nice.
I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. Yeah.
What? I want to hear that in the original. There's just like a bunch of like random bar noises.
When I'm gone.
Yes.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
Okay, so what else is going on in this chorus? We got some drums. Yeah. I really like how seldomly there's that big bass drum hit. It really, it's just like, it really makes the song breathe in a way I really like. For better or for worse, like if I were to have any critique of this song, and I don't really have it because I think it's a really good song, but it's a very clear song, right? Everything's in its place. So like, there's not really anything we're like, whoa, in this song. Like nothing really stands out. It's just kind of like a competent, good song. I do like the violins. I think that's my favorite kind of standout feature of the song. And you got all the gang vocals here in the last chorus. Just so much going on in the last chorus.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Dale's got a history. At the bottom of a bottle, don't miss me. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Yeah, so there's some girls singing here as well.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Yeah, just loads of... Yeah, it makes sense to have all that bar noise and stuff. That's fun. Okay, so about the artist, Shaboozey, born Collins Obinna Chibuzi in Woodbridge, Virginia, is an American musician known for blending hip-hop, country, rock, and Americana. His stage name derives from the mispronunciation of his surname, Shaboozey, which means God is King in Igbo. And Igbo is people in Nigeria, I believe. A bar song, Tipsy, was inspired by Jaquan's 2004 hit Tipsy, and we already figured that out because we're smart. Shaboozey aimed to reinterpret the original's club atmosphere within a country bar setting, reflecting on the frustrations of hard work and the release found in bar camaraderie. This fusion of genres has resonated widely, with the song spending 19 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100. And yeah, I saw that when I was Googling the biggest song of 2024, and I was like, how have I missed this? Tying with Lil Nas X's Old Town Road as the longest running #1 song on the chart. And that's so interesting because that's another like black guy doing country music. So I think his crossover appeal is so strong. We're probably going to see a lot more people trying to do this thing. Overall, from this song, I think that we can see that people accept genre blending even more than they used to nowadays. Like, these are two of the things that should not go together. Everything can be blended now in a really nice way, and I think that's amazing. I want to know who produced it as well. It sounds like it's probably someone with a lot of experience in like country production. Okay, so two music producers made this song. Is Nevin Sastry and Sean Cook. Nevin Sastry is a music producer, songwriter, and artist known for his versatility across genres. That's right. I mean, that's such a good blend, like sonically. He also had music in Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, the soundtrack. But it seems like they don't have that many credits before this, which is awesome. That's so great when like a producer can come up with like just the biggest song in the world. Sean Cook is an Australian music producer, engineer, mixer, and bass player based in Los Angeles. He co-produced Tipsy and Paul Russell's Lil Boo Thang.
You my little boo thing, so I'll give a hoot what you do, say girl, I know.
Okay, is that... It's very much like a September Earth, Wind & Fire type song. So Nevin Sastry actually did a beat breakdown of this?
Hi, my name is Nevin Sastry. I wrote and produced a bar song, Tipsy, by Shaboozey, with Shaboozey and Sean Cook. Basically, together, we just kind of hammered out line by line. And so one of my favorite moments was coming up with that second line. We actually managed to get a recording.
Like you have a history with like
we got a history. Me and something got a history.
You and the alcohol.
Me and Jay Daniels, me and Jay Daniels got a history.
Oh,
Me and Jay Daniels got a history. That's hard.
Yeah, I love that. That's like a moment.
Once we had the full hook, we got this lovely soundbite.
That's crazy. That's my country #1. I'm sorry.
And it is, in fact, his country #1. So the instrumentation, we have went quite country, quite pop country. Not a lot of what you would consider hip-hop elements.
No.
So then the foil to that is because I think, just as much as production kind of provides the landscape for a song, lyric does a ton. So when we were writing this, there's a big back and forth between a hip hop reference and then a country reference.
Totally. I was thinking about that. Oh, this is so cool to get to see this. I like the way he thinks. It's great.
So
My baby want a Birkin.
obviously, Birkin bags, very hip hop.
Gasoline and groceries.
Yeah.
I mean, complaining about the price of gasoline and groceries is some classic country stuff.
I always thought that was like a little jarring in a way, though. Now I understand it a lot better, but I was like, those are two very different things to complain about. Like,
One thing that I find fascinating about this pre and this hook is that it hits the same note.
One, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another out when he play.
So it does the same thing in the
yeah.
hook.
They know me and Jack Daniels got a history.
Yeah.
So usually I would assume that would kill, the pre would then kill the momentum of the hook. But it doesn't.
It's got more that like super repetitive vibe. It's just got that like kind of really more naggy vibe to this song a little bit. But since it's so warm and like inviting and not like harsh or anything, I think that really helps with it. It almost feels like a mantra or something the entire song.
And like this is kind of why you can't like write from like math. You have to like use your gut.
Yeah.
If it feels good, there's probably a reason that you haven't thought of yet. And if you're overthinking, like overcrafting, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot.
This is such a crazy video. I feel like I am the target demographic for this. It's insane.
Shaboozey was like, we should do a fiddle, and I'm like, I agree. I don't know how to play fiddle. That is not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think these contact libraries, they just don't sound as good.
Yeah, like violins is crazy. Violin and like guitar, anything that like thrives a lot on like very specific types of like varying attack and dynamics and tuning, like super hard to do contact libraries. And contact libraries are like sample libraries for a specific plugin. Sorry if I wasn't clear. What? It was a splice loop? I thought it was the real. I guess splice loop is technically real. Wow. I thought I was going to say that I hired a musician, which, you should. But I was like, this is hiring a musician because they get paid for that download. But yeah, still.
We actually had a wonderful fiddle player, Lily, stack what we had. One thing that is kind of a theme in a lot of the records that I've worked on with Shaboozey is, an acoustic guitar is such a simple instrument and strums are rhythmic and we're all used to them, but it's hard to make a simple guitar strum feel big in a pop production. So really the secret that I've found for us is we just stack them and time them as tight as possible.
This is a freaking masterclass. This is, he's just like my type of songwriter. I just love it.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Dale's got a history.
So then you add these. And it adds a ton of energy to it.
Dale's got a history.
I added a lot of drum stuff here.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
Okay, let's see what samples he got going on here. So this is just one of those nerd things. Mix ready, hi-hat loop, Nathan Chapman, tambourine and shaker. You gotta go download all these. Let's go on Splice right now. The producer behind 5 Taylor Swift studio albums. Oh, probably the early ones. That's so cool. Oh, that sounds good.
The emphasized kick is the 1 and the accent kick.
Yeah, love that.
And what that does is it allows us to really let the 808 sort of take care of the bass space and kind of gives you a feeling of like cruising as opposed to like thud, thud.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something that I notice a lot, especially as these like up-tempo stomp clap records get bigger. I think one of the cooler choices to do is not do a 4 on the floor, just do the clap and go with a more sparse kick.
The more I listen, the more little details I hear about this production. And, you know, this video obviously helps, but like, wow, it's such a well-produced, slick song. Check out the song, link in the description. I hope you enjoyed me going a little bit more deep into this song. I think this is the way where I can feel like I get more value out of making these videos as well. Just kind of like being able to nerd out. There will be an extended version over on Patreon where I'm going a little bit more into depth about some stuff. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.